anticipation come down to this: 26.2 miles of sheer endurance. 25,000 determined athletes pounding the pavement. But along the way, runners hit a wall. They reach the breaking point. A crucial moment to dig deep inside, trying to overcome the mental and physical challenges of an unforgiving marathon route. For some, the journey ends in heartbreak. For others, the realization of their dreams, crossing the finish line, pulling off an extraordinary feat. These are the unforgettable marathon moments of the 21st LA Marathon. Here are NBC4's Vernell Chapman and Kim Baldonado.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for having us in. The LA Marathon unites the people of Southern California and the world in a very special way.
But tonight we're learning about devastating developments along the marathon course. Let's go straight to Angela Chi at the finish line with the latest. Angela.
Kim, some mixed emotions tonight. Unfortunately, we have learned that 2 men collapsed along the marathon route after experiencing a heart attack. The LAPD has confirmed that one of those men is an LAPD officer. He is 53-year-old Raul Reina. He collapsed around 1:30 at mile marker 24. The second man has been confirmed as a former LAPD, LA County Sheriff's Deputy, 61 James Leone. He worked at the industry station. He collapsed at 9 o'clock this morning. Marathon officials say their heart goes out to the family. They say despite this tragedy, though, the spirit of the marathon remains strong. In downtown Los Angeles, Angela Chi, Channel 4 News. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Angela. More than 1 million people line the diverse streets of LA to encourage athletes attempting to run the marathon.
Marathoners started to gear up well before sunrise. Robert Kovacic has more.
Thank you very much. Looking good. Right here, guys. Right here.
It's the one day every year when thousands get star treatment in a city that shines.
We've seen crash, but this is the ultimate bringing together of all of those dynamics.
There are runners with some experience.
I've done 2.
Others with a lot.
This is my 15th straight.
And then there's Beverly Peterson.
I'm sorry, did you say this is your...
36.
It's the first marathon for Sonia Jefferson.
It's a motivation for me to achieve something that very few people are able to do.
What's the reason to run for Kevin James?
There are parts of LA I've never seen on foot.
Ready to go.
First up, stretching and then shedding of clothes, and the mayor predicts pounds.
The lieutenant governor is going to run today. He's lost 35 pounds. He's going to lose another 100 if he runs even 3 miles.
For the 21st annual City of Los Angeles Marathon.
Scott Morris may not be running, but he's participating with some help.
My son, who's just turning 10 today, this is his birthday, so this is his birthday present to be able to roll me in the marathon.
Celebrating his son's birthday, too, is Ishmael Gonzalez.
TJ was just born. I'm going right after the race to pick him up at the hospital.
I'm Robert Kovacic at the starting line.
I'm Chris Schabel following the runners along the route. Runners who just months ago asked themselves a simple question: why take on a marathon?
For the health of it. Because it keeps you motivated, keeps you in good shape, looking good. It is a good time to do my thinking and get away from all of my other stresses.
But when you're running 26.2 miles, the initial motivation for starting this journey can easily get pushed to the back of your mind as your feet start to hurt and your knees begin to ache. Amazingly, even those we found who had stopped stressed it was only temporary.
I think about my kids and what I've told them I'm going to do, think about the people who made it possible for me to be here, and draw strength from all those folks.
Just keep talking to myself and saying, you know, you can do it, slow down, take it easy.
So whether it's the physical pain or the mental anguish, all of the runners, and I mean all of the runners that we spoke with, say failure is not an option. Even though that may sound cliche, they say it's worth all the blood, sweat, and tears. Along the race route, I'm Chris Schabel.
I'm Ross Becker at mile marker 22, where the stage is set for hitting the wall. Pounding feet, pounding hearts, 22 miles to this point, with 4 more to go.
Come on! 4 more miles! 4 more miles!
This is the wall. A little over 3 hours in. When you hit it, it hurts. Starting to hurt?
Yeah, oh, you bet.
Wilshire and Wilton, focus now. This is where, even if you train and train, this is where the muscles start cramping big time. And you wonder, 4 more miles, can I do it?
My first time running the marathon, and I will do it next year.
Yeah, I'm hitting the wall, man. I'm trying. I got 4 more miles to go.
This is where you wonder if it's worth it, too. Pounding. Keep your feet moving. That's all you can think of, but sometimes it gets you. This is Jesse. He had water and juice with him, but paramedics say he didn't drink enough, and he hit the wall. He was shivering, muscle spasms, a racing heart. He'll be okay, they say, but the wall at mile marker 22 claimed another victim in this year's LA Marathon. Some made it over the wall, some didn't. Some just used a cell phone and said, "Pick me up." I'm Ross Becker at mile marker 22.
The joy, the pain, the emotion. Thousands of people joining together for one common goal, to finish the Los Angeles Marathon. For many first-timers, it was about the challenge.
It means I'm stronger than I thought I could be.
For Richard Valdez, it was about family. Carrying a flag in honor of his son Matthew, who died 9 days after he was born. He says it was his baby that kept him strong.
I feel like quitting. It was tough. I felt like cramping up, but I did it for my son. I just thought about him, and I think he lifted me up. I wanted a son, but God gave me an angel, and I think he was there for me throughout the course.
While Richard had family in his heart, others had loved ones by their side. Cruz Hernandez crossed the finish line with his 12-year-old daughter, Hillary, who ran for the first time.
It felt like I had so much power that I don't know, it just felt so great to accomplish something so big for me being so young.
For many runners, the finish line was a welcome sight, but the biggest reward of the day was to be reunited with loved ones.
How you doing?
We're at the finish line at Flower and Fifth, where you can see the marathon workers are cleaning up, but don't worry, people are still crossing the finish line, and volunteers say they will be here for as long as it takes to greet them. In downtown Los Angeles, Angela Chi, back to you in the studio.
And our marathon coverage will continue in a moment.
Here's a look at what's ahead.
The elite runners race for a huge jackpot. Female athletes got a head start. But does a woman or a man cross the finish line first? That's coming up. Plus, he lost his sight 11 years ago, but that doesn't stop him from stepping up to this paramount challenge. A blind man takes on the LA Marathon course. Does his dream come true? And next, the party along the marathon route. Music, fans, volunteers, and eclectic neighborhoods. Our coverage of the marathon moments is just beginning.
Ernst Van Dyke has a big smile on his face. He knows that he has taken home the 2006 LA Marathon. Look at him, just laying down strokes, big smile, smiling for the crowd.
Trust Southern California's news leader.
I was wronged, and you righted that wrong.
Covering the big stories.
That mysterious Ferrari crash.
Whenever, wherever they happen.
The fugitive is under arrest tonight.
Trust the Channel 4 News.
The Los Angeles Marathon, sponsored by Honda. Presenting sponsor of the Los Angeles Marathon.
Ingeniously designed to help protect the things that need protecting. Energy-absorbing ACE body structure, standard on the all-new Civic. Only from Honda.
More than 2,000 drivers a day switch their auto insurance to Mercury because of our great low rates. They stay because they know Mercury will be there when we're needed most. Call us today to see how much we can save you. Mercury Insurance, going the extra mile for you. Click on mercuryinsurance.com or call 888-4-MERCURY.
The women are sprinting up ahead.
She is going full steam.
I don't think Toronto's going to get him. I don't think Toronto's going to get him.
She's going for it.
Athletes aren't the only ones who had an early wake-up call this morning.
Thousands of people volunteered along the marathon route, offering out water and lots of encouragement. Jennifer Bjorklund has that story.
Oh, thank you so much.
The water is there when the runners need it, thanks to a legion of volunteers who get hit as often as they get gratitude.
This happens quite a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, I'm already
You got a lot of misses.
But it's all worth it. It's a great time.
The elite runners have their own specific brews awaiting them at every mile. But for everyone else, it's water, water everywhere, and sometimes there's some left in the cup to drink.
So when the stampede hits, it really hits. You can see a lot of the volunteers here have more water on them than in the cups.
But they keep it pouring and keep the experienced volunteers up front.
This is my third year, so I kind of know when to move out the way and when to get up front. Here you go. You're welcome.
And while most runners are, well, in a bit of a rush, others, like Bruce Malden, take a chance to stop and hydrate and chat pretty much every mile.
Is your wife out here running with you today?
Yes, she's ahead of me, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to catch her.
You better hurry up.
At mile marker 4, I'm Jennifer Bjorklund.
I'm Ted Chen along the LA Marathon route. At every key point, the runners seem to have just what they needed. A little water to quench the thirst and a little music to boost the spirit. Encouragement came in many shapes, sounds, and colors. At mile marker 3, the Bamboo Taiko group from Little Tokyo pounded away.
Well, I've run a marathon before, and just the sound of the drum just encourages you.
You think you'll be able to keep it up for 4 hours?
I hope so. I mean, I think they've got it tougher than we do.
Perhaps, but putting on the dance moves when you're only 2 years old isn't easy either. But Serenity and the rest of the Inglewood-based Fantasia Dance Ensemble put on quite a show at mile marker 8. 5-year-old Siobhan Williams kept the energy high at mile marker 13. He gave high fives to every runner he could, and backing him up, band members and African dancers from the Buddhist group SGI USA. Along the marathon route, I'm Ted Chen.
25,000 athletes, 25,000 reasons to run. But this athlete is different than the rest of the pack. She gave her father an extraordinary gift. Now he's at the LA Marathon to honor her sacrifice. Their inspirational story is next. Plus, they're looking for attention, and they got it. The crazy runners that make you scratch your head, raise your eyebrows, or laugh. Stay with us for more marathon moments.
So how you feeling? Good. We love your outfit. Yeah. Think you wore that on 4th of July too? Yeah. All right, go get him.
We think winning deserves a little celebration, because what's good for us is great for you. The Great For You celebration, going on now at your Honda dealer.
Now get substantial savings at a nearby Subway restaurant. Get any regular 6-inch sub for $2.99 or less. Taste something new and get great value on great subs. Any regular 6-inch sub for $2.99 or less. Substantial savings for a limited time only. And buy a fresh value meal, you'll get $15 off admission to get inside the movie action at Universal Studios Hollywood. Remember, any regular 6-inch sub for only $2.99 or less. Subway, eat fresh.
Hi, I'm Kenny Rogers.
As the gambler, I've come to appreciate the kind of casino where real players play.
L.A. and Orange County residents, it's double cover at Verona Valley Ranch Resort and Casino in San Diego. Through April 30th, join the club, play the slots for 2 hours, and we'll double your winnings up to $200, or cover your losses up to $200. With Club Verona, either way, you win.
Are you in?
New Club Verona sign-ups only. For complete details, visit Verona.com or call 866-8-VERONA.
California. Its coastline, its mountains, its forest. It may be God's greatest work. But with this comes the responsibility to preserve it and keep it. I'm Steve Westley. As governor, I'll protect our environment like the priceless gift it is. I'll strengthen clean air standards, invest in alternative energy like solar and wind, and I'll stand up to George Bush and the oil companies to stop any new offshore drilling.
Steve Westley, Democrat, a different kind of governor.
I did think that my life was over when I first lost my sight, but God's given me a new hope and a new beginning and a new life, and I'm making the most of it.
One of the most remarkable performances of this year's Los Angeles Marathon was turned in by a man who is legally blind. You may remember Adrian Broca from last year's marathon when he just missed his goal of breaking 3 hours. Well, this year he made it. With the help of a partner to steer him, Adrian finished in 2 hours and 57 minutes.
Awesome job, Adrian.
And another story to inspire: a young woman who donated one of her kidneys to her father made her marathon comeback today. Marie Naya working out some pre-marathon jitters this morning in her father's arms. She was about to run 26 miles with the use of just one kidney. Her other kidney she donated to her father to save his life.
It was just not even something I needed to think twice about.
Father and daughter underwent the transplant a year and a half ago.
I just remember waking up in just excruciating pain.
I don't know what to do. How I repay it.
Why was it a difficult journey for them?
Marie returned to work as a school teacher in Norco. She battled fatigue, pain, and went through a divorce. But there's a reason her students call her the Sergeant. Marie decided she would run in the marathon for the first time since the transplant. At mile 10, she was keeping a good pace. By mile 17, she was in pain, but she kept going.
If you have the strong enough determination and the strong enough will, you can accomplish anything in life.
I like to, to see her with one kidney running over the line, and I'm on the side stands with the other kidney.
4 hours and 48 minutes later, Marie lived up to her words. With her father watching, she crossed the finish line.
Years of training for this moment. Coming up, triumph after crossing the finish line first. The jackpot, the winning time, and the celebration. But first, wacky runners. You can't help but smile when you see them. The runners who provided amusement along the route. Our coverage of the 21st LA Marathon continues.
So if you're sitting at home right now, what is the message from Lenore Land?
Get up and get out here, okay? Because it's fun. It's a lot of energy. It seems tough, but you can do it.
The Los Angeles Marathon, sponsored by Honda, presenting sponsor of the Los Angeles Marathon.
So you like hang with the surfers here at the beach a lot?
Yes, I pinch.
Yeah, I'm always down here too. Weekends. I don't mind telling you, a few sick days.
I pinch.
It's cool. I carry their boards. They change inside me.
I want to pinch.
Hey, not so close. I don't want to get pinched.
Why no pinch?
Because it hurts.
Maybe little pinch?
You know, I've got some melted butter and some tongs in here, so...
No pinch, no pinch, no pinch.
At Del Taco, we've sold over 13 million crispy fish tacos, and now we're introducing the crispy fish burrito. So we're heading out to my secret fishing spot. It's the only place to find the crispy golden fish fillets we wrap in a warm flour tortilla with our new ancho chili sauce, crisp cabbage, fresh-made Del Taco salsa, and a wedge of lime. This is it!
Welcome to Del Taco. Would you like to try our new crispy fish burrito?
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Puerto Rico. Explore beyond the shore.
Is this the best part of the day? Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm very thankful that these people are here. It cuts recovery time in half, at least. So, yeah, it's good.
Here's the LA Marathon by the numbers. About 98% of those who started finished. Marathoners drank 55,000 gallons of water. Officials posted 40,000 no parking signs along the route, and garbage filled up 2,500 trash cans.
You know, it's hard enough to run a marathon in shorts and a T-shirt, but try running one covered in plastic or in a costume like a hula skirt.
Those are a few of the wild outfits worn today by runners who wanted to make a fashion statement. Here's Robert Kovacic.
It's not easy to stand out in a sea of thousands, but in LA, you can always spot a Trojan.
Well, I'm trying to encourage everybody to have a good time.
Some marathon runners opted for the catwalk.
I got thigh-high stockings, keep my legs warm. See?
And there were those who got right down to business. These black suits were out to promote NBC's new show, Heist. Others wanted a high profile.
We love the marathon, and we're hoping our parents can see us.
Some just spelled it out on signs and on shirts.
You know, it's really great because we're not alone in this. You know, we have each other to support. That's why we have these shirts are a symbol of that.
But costumes can be confusing, especially when they're not meant for playing doctor.
We had some extra doctor suits around, so I thought I'd put them on since you can tear them off and throw them to the side afterwards.
Just as they have a reason to run, there's a reason behind what they wear. Now, about that grass skirt, well, that one went too fast to ask. Along the marathon route, I'm Robert Kovacic.
Thousands crossed the finish line today. An incredible accomplishment. But one runner also walked away with a huge grand prize. That's after the break.
This news update is sponsored by American Airlines. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Hi, it's Daddy. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going to see you soon.
Okay, I'm at the airport now. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got you a present.
It's me again. I'm about to get on the plane, so I'm going to see you real soon. I love you.
She's not on the couch again, is she?
Susie?
You're not on the couch again, are you? That's Italian leather.
And you know leather's a no-no for you. I'm not going to get off.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines. And when you fly American, get our lowest fares at AA.com, guaranteed.
Power lines are highways for electricity we must maintain to keep a steady flow. And as California's power needs grow, more lines are needed to keep electricity flowing reliably. That's why Edison has committed $9 billion to upgrade the system of wires that serves Southern Californians. It's an investment in reliability that benefits everyone in our state, and an important step we're taking to help build the future for Edison customers. For over 100 years, life powered by Edison.
Hi, one adult and one child, please.
Excuse me?
One adult, one child?
But you're like both adults.
No, this is my son, Timmy.
He's totally on his knees.
I'm not.
And you need a shave.
You're not.
Nice try.
There's a better way to save. Get substantial savings at a Subway restaurant. Now get any regular 6-inch sub for only $2.99 or less. Taste something new and get great value on great subs. Any regular 6-inch sub for only $2.99 or less. For a limited time. Subway, eat fresh.
More than 2,000 drivers a day switch their auto insurance to Mercury because of our great low rates. They stay because they know Mercury will be there when we're needed most. Call us today to see how much we can save you. Mercury Insurance, going the extra mile for you. Click on mercuryinsurance.com or call 888-4MERCURY.
With this morning's mild temperatures, records were broken along the marathon route.
Angela Chi reports on today's elite winners and the third annual Battle of the Sexes.
And they're off.
The Battle of the Sexes started at 8:14 this morning with the top women runners. The top men staggered 16 minutes and 46 seconds behind them, both competing to cross the finish line first for the $100,000 challenge.
She is going full steam.
I don't think Chirono's going to get him.
The men's winner, Benson Chirono from Kenya, tried his best, but couldn't catch up to Lydia Gorgayeva, who finished just 16 seconds ahead of him. The 32-year-old Russian native says she's always dreamed of winning a marathon. Now she's beat both the men and the women. Grigorieva won $35,000 and a Honda for being the winner in the women's division, and $100,000 for being the first to cross the finish line, and a bonus $20,000 for finishing under 2 hours and 26 minutes. Benson Chirono was awarded $35,000 and a Honda as well for coming in first in the men's division, and a $25,000 bonus for finishing under 2 hours and 9 minutes, setting a men's marathon record at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 39 seconds. With the winners of the LA Marathon, I'm Angela Chi.
The LA Marathon unites the Southland every year. NBC4 salutes all the athletes who attempted to reach the finish line.
Perhaps what you've seen this evening may inspire you to pick up the torch and start training for the 26.2-mile race. For now, we leave you with the images that touched us today. Have a good night.
We think winning deserves a little celebration because what's good for us is great for you. The Great For You celebration, going on now at your Honda dealer.
Look at me. My skin looks so dull, almost fake. Great. I'm a mannequin. I'm a pale, plastic, fake-looking mannequin. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Plastic Mannequin Girl.
For a healthy-looking glow, try Powder Palette from Physicians Formula. All colors blend together to naturally enhance skin tone.
Okay, now we've got some color. Bring on the paparazzi.
Physicians Formula. Your eyes won't believe your face.
Introducing Miracle Grow Liquifeed, a new garden feeder, a new ready-to-use liquid Miracle Grow, and a whole new way to grow a great garden. Liquifeed makes feeding as easy as watering. No measuring, mixing, or guessing. Just attach, insert, and feed. Plants get the perfect balance of water and nutrients to grow twice as big. Now, nothing can hold you or your garden back. Liquifeed, new from Miracle Grow.
Great, another Mazda sales event. With a killer lease on Mazda 3. That thing stomped my Civic. And it's got more power and room than Civic, Sentra, and Corolla. Are we the only ones worried about all this?
Apparently not.
Ach du Lieber. What'd he say?
It's the biggest Mazda's on the Move sales event yet. Lease a 2006 Mazda 3i for $189 a month for 39 months for $23.89 to at lease signing. Just $189 a month. Hurry to your Southern California Mazda dealer for a test drive now.
Tonight on Dateline, they come out at night to feed, and you are on the menu.
They were all over me.
Lurking in the mattress, the bed springs, the headboard.
I spent days where I was terrified.
Turning sweet dreams into blood-tingling nightmares.
I can hear people saying, ew.
It's an invasion of bed bugs. Bedrooms, dorm rooms, hotel rooms. Is there something your hotel isn't telling you?
I think I saw a bed bug.
Dennis Murphy with a report that's really undercover. A Dateline hidden camera investigation. It was an attempted murder in broad daylight, caught on tape and seen by millions of people. Incredibly, the victim survived.
If I had zigged instead of zagged, he might have killed me and I might not be here today.
But with evidence like this, what will happen when the gunman faces his day in court? John Larson has the latest. She's back as the femme fatale you hate to love.
Isn't that what turns you on?
Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct 2.
There's a fair amount of skin in this film. Most of it yours.
She hits the screen at full speed and at home barely slows down.
Ready?
The joys of motherhood, men, and making movies. Sharon Stone.
Good evening and welcome to Dateline. I'm Stone Phillips.
And I'm Ann Curry. Thank you for joining us. A little later tonight, I'll be sharing my thoughts about a trip I took to Darfur, a place the world forgot. You won't after you see it. But we start tonight with some stunning pictures.
It's not often that someone tries to commit murder with television cameras rolling, but it happened a few years back in California. The shooting on Halloween 2003 and captured on tape took only a few seconds, but the case itself is just now drawing to a close. Here's John Larson.
They were the shots seen around the world. A lawyer attacked at point-blank range in broad daylight. What could have been a scene from a Hollywood movie was, in fact, a real-life tale that only recently reached a dramatic courtroom conclusion.
If I had zigged instead of zagged, he might have killed me.
Attorney Jerry Curry is still amazed at the shocking video that captured